All right, so the coin we are covering today is Tezos, or the XTZ coin, which is up a staggering 26% today, while most of the rest of the market is in the red. And despite this massive pump, it is still sitting at just $5.31 with a market cap of only $4.6 billion, putting it in the number 41st spot on coin market cap, not even in the top 40 yet. Just underappreciated Tezos. And yes, Tezos has been plagued with governance issues in the past, and actual governance with the people involved, not the actual governance of the actual chain. They basically had a ton of hype in the last cycle as the chain that was going to take the mantle from Bitcoin when the Bitcoin community was basically eating itself over the whole block size debate. And then Tezos actually then in turn rugged itself by distrust over its own team and eventually ate itself as well, and kind of just went away over time, and lost a ton of VCs, a ton of money. But there's no debate that Tezos has absolutely nailed the governance aspect. It's a clean and clear process. Nobody can debate that. It works. And I won't go into the whole soap opera dramatic aspects of the fight for Tezos back in its early days, but it's a good Google read if you fire up the old Google machine. But it's Tezos is a very impressive proof of stake blockchain that is super fast, and it really flies under the radar. And it did leave a sour taste in investors' mouths from the last cycle. But do we care about that? No, we care about value and finding value in this crazy market. And Tezos had some incredibly bullish news yesterday that Ubisoft, one of the largest gaming developers in the world, announced that they will become the first major gaming company to launch in-game NFTs in a new initiative that will run solely on Tezos. Now, we should, have seen this coming months ago, back in April, when we covered the low-key news that Ubisoft became a corporate validator on the Tezos network. Did I go out and buy a bunch of Tezos? Nope. Although I still have a decent chunk of XTZ from way back in 2017 that I'm barely in the green on. So, I'll be fine. But on a day like today, it would be nice to have a lot more Tezos. But it's a reminder to always, keep an eye out for those kind of small partnerships as they come up with really big players, because sometimes those small partnerships turn into big partnerships over time. But yeah, I'm very bullish on Tezos, and have been for the last few months. It's one of the layer ones that just is in my mind is very undervalued. Obviously, not financial advice, not telling you to go buy Tezos. Do your own research. Hopefully, your research starts here. But yeah, it's a very promising chain, and its all-time high of 918 that it hit back in October. I certainly can see it getting back there. Probably in the next few months again, as more and more of these roll out. They're going to start with Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, and start from there, and probably bring on more and more titles if the this first test goes well. But yeah, could be huge for Tezos, because I've for the longest time have thought the NFT and gaming side for Tezos could be the biggest catalyst for growth for them. A lot of people have been, very bullish on the CBDC side of things for Tezos, but I've always thought that the NFT and gaming side would probably be where they find the most success. And if you talk to anyone who knows anything about NFTs, and I certainly don't, I don't know anything about NFTs. I have 4 NFTs that are completely underwater. I don't know anything about art, NFTs, or anything. But if you talk to people who really know, they'll tell you that like some of the best, most talented art and biggest things are going on Tezos that no one really talks about in the greater community. But like the artists who appreciate art and art things or whatever will tell you that like some of the cool stuff is on Tezos. So take that for what it's worth. But yeah, I think I certainly listen to those NFT influencers that really know their stuff on Twitter or elsewhere. So when they're bullish on something, even though it's a Tezos or something that no one else is talking about, you kind of got to perk up a little bit. But yeah, there's issues, possibly around centralization, but every proof of stake blockchain has those. It should be known that Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken are the three largest stakers. They have about just over 28% of supply staked between those three. But that makes sense because a lot of people like myself who are just super lazy hold their Tezos on Coinbase or Binance or Kraken, and stake it there. So that's understandable, because it's not like Coinbase themselves are holding it for their own purposes. It's their users who are staking it there. So that I don't have that big of an issue with. But yeah, I think Tezos has some room to run here. Layer one season still in full force here, and I think we'll probably have that for quite some time because now people are starting to realize, yes, the layer ones that control, everything will be the dominant players, and a lot of these tokens will probably be fly by nights and won't really last. But some of these dino coins like a Tezos will probably keep chugging along, and there's a lot of dino coins, layer one dino coins like a LTC and even EOS will probably just be around forever. Not forever, but for a very long time, just because of the layer one aspect, and the power there. But anyway, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on Tezos, your price predictions, what you think about the Ubisoft partnership here, and the first major gaming player to enter the market and be entering it with Tezos, who's at a $4.6 billion market cap. Certainly can see that getting up to a $9-10 billion market cap and catching up with all its layer one competitors up there with the Avalanches and the Algorands and the Lunas. But anyway, that's our take on Tezos XTZ coin. And yeah, sitting at $5.31. And we'll cut it here. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on the Spotify's and the iTunes and the podcast of the world. If you guys could give us a good review, that would be fantastic. Hugely appreciate that if you could. And yeah, we'll be back hopefully tomorrow with another coin analysis for you, and might even do a live stream tonight. So follow us on Twitter, hit those notifications if you want to know when those pop up. But anyway, I will hit stop recording and leave you guys alone and be back tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.